early Marvel page flip logo, heavily featuring Fantastic Four related characters, possibly a few X-Men, cause Fox. But now it's oops all Disney. RDJ shadowing, wait no, I meant Metal Doom mask shadowing.
Victor's not that bad. He's just a little larger than life.
Speaking of which, the parallels between Doom and Stark are pretty dang hard to miss, so it kinda works. Look at him being all dramatic, sitting in the shadows. Reed already said he's not big on subtlety.
Same old Reed, always stretching, reaching for the star.
Lines like this throughout the film really add that OG Stan Lee writing style. He was a legend and an absolute cornball, I love it.
So it's not just my money you want, it's my toys.
Rest in peace, Julian McMahon. This movie was at the height of his popularity, and his casting was perfect for this movie. His looks, his creepy charisma, and I swear it's not just because he was an evil legend in Nip Tuck, but the guy just knows how to ooze vanity. My memory is that Reed and Sue had always been married in the comics, but apparently they were just dating in the early comics. And while there are certainly some storylines where they break up, this is definitely expectation subversion.
You know, you made a lot of folks at MIT feel like a junior high science fair, so you'll excuse me if I savor the moment.
And Reed's our hero, but I like that they let us know he's not everyone's cup of tea.
Number 75. And its applications and patents.
What about his firstborn?
If you know anything about Franklin, Reed Richards' firstborn, and his relationship to Doom, this line hits way harder.
Together. Funny how things turn out, isn't it?
Oof, the stinging reveal for Reed that Sue might not just work for Doom. I will never not love the sad boy face of Hamish Linklater. Midnight Mass was incredible. I actually think Hamish would be a perfect choice for the Norrin Rad version of Silver Surfer, but nobody asked me. Should've. But it didn't. This Johnny Storm is like 1 degree away from Lucas Lee. Also, that's not Blake Lively, but it sure does look like her, which is maybe why Deadpool ratted Johnny out.
That wingnut washed out of NASA for sneaking 2 Victoria's Secret wannabes into a flight simulator. They crashed it into a wall. A flight simulator.
Incredible. Sounds like he knows what he's doing.
When have I ever asked you to do something you absolutely said you could not do?
5 times.
I had it at 4.
Well, this makes 5.
The married couple vibes from these two are immaculate.
Digital camera, $254. Memory stick, $59. The look on your hard-ass former CO's face when he finds out he's your junior officer. Priceless.
That's a MasterCard joke. Pretty sure I've done one on this channel, and even I know that at least half the audience in 2005 didn't know what he was talking about. But it's perfect because Johnny wouldn't care.
Wow. Fantastic. Material made from self-regulating unstable molecules.
Haha, got her. I can't tell what's better, the fact that he's that much of a dork or that she's so bummed he didn't fall for her honeypot. Either way, Ben's look to Sue is the clincher. He knows his buddy is a doofus. The camera shake and volume of the ship? Who says there's no sound in space? You ever been there?
Susan, every man dreams he'll meet a woman he can give the world to. In my case, it's not just a metaphor.
I love that literally every character in this movie is a dork. Even when they think they're being cool, they dorks. But yeah, that'd be hard to say no to.
If it helps, think of this as a promotion.
Oops, never mind. That's an easy no, and it does not, in fact, help.
4 little words that can change our lives forever.
The cloud is accelerating.
It's 4 words. Incredible piece of script writing. Also, nobody kills the vibe like Reed Richards.
What are you doing?
Closing the sheets.
You can't just leave them out there.
Watch me.
Seriously, of all the things he could say, watch me is just about the most villainous. And he's got a decent reason. Someone needs to be protected to get the others to safety after the storm passes. But they don't call him the grimy, limey, slimy MF Doom for nothing. I also like that not only do we see Doom's true colors, but Johnny's as well. He acts like a jerk, but he cares. Love of the storm hitting them shows what their powers will be, but is also subtle enough that if you don't know what they are, it just looks like they're getting wrecked.
I swear to you, Ben, they've done everything humanly possible. Unfortunately, the doctors just couldn't do anything to fix your face.
Like I said, he's still a jerk, but also that's a once-in-a-lifetime prank, so I'll allow it.
I don't know if we've noticed, but the sickest runs this side of the Alps are right outside that window.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Nurse being a ripper on the mountain shadowing.
Do you want to help me with the zipper?
Comic-accurate hothead Playboy Johnny.
How are you feeling?
Solid.
Heyo, rock buns.
Last one down, springs for room service.
For real, that's a pretty awesome pickup line. See, in the early aughts, if you were gonna have a scene with extreme sports, the music had to be Sum 41. It was literally the law. Sometimes the courts would let you slip by with saliva's click, click, boom.
You're on fire!
Thanks, you're pretty good too!
No, you're on fire!
Compliments. First mini glimpse at the Human Torch design, and it's still one of the best of the film.
Care to join me?
I feel like you need a different word for was literally just on fire and is still King Rizzler.
Make sure they only shoot me from my left side.
Doom's vanity really sets up how angry he's about to get over his transformation.
Why, Sue? You could have any other woman in the world, but
That's why. Because I could have any other woman.
And I like that he's pretty much a creep from the jump. They hide it a little at the start, but he doesn't just become bad once he has powers. He's already bad, and power is all he cares about. My guess? He won't stop top ill until he's a gazillionaire.
You're such a dork, Reed.
Correct.
It's nice to be wanted sometimes, Reed. To be seen and heard.
The connection between their emotions and their powers, Sue feeling unwanted or invisible actually makes her power manifest. The stretchy reveal. It's goofy and also gross. Not Miles Teller gross, but it's always gotten a visceral reaction from me.
Hey, you guys. Hey.
Love that Johnny just can't not throw a "how you doing" at anyone in his vicinity who he's not related to. Great shot of Johnny testing it out behind them while the camera is focused on them. And another one of the greatest effects, especially the warm light it casts on his face.
Well, I can explain this.
Chris Evans' workout routine.
The cloud has fundamentally altered our DNA.
Cool!
And the best part of Johnny is that while everyone else is appropriately freaked out, he's so stoked. He's all, "Bro, this is sick, bro."
That's gross.
But only about his powers.
What is it?
And just like that, Johnny named Ben. This is still definitely the Wins channel, but when you go looking for stuff, other stuff pops out to you like, this train that appears to be moving in stop motion? My guess is that it was moving too fast for the shot, so they slowed it and only it down, correctly assuming that no one would ever notice, or it's just a full CG insert. The thing has always been used to show the downsides of superheroing, even while being dope, but trying to use the phone is a great example.
I got a surprise for you.
Now that's love. She's just out in the streets in her surprise.
Let me explain.
Don't touch me!
Debs!
Boo, Deb, ice cold. But her terrible reaction adds to the thing's loneliness, thus deepening his character development or whatever. I just think she could have been hit by this car to really solidify the point. Fun fact, the Brooklyn Bridge was made so there could be a set piece for the first Spider-Man movie, and since it was just left up, the director of Fantastic Four decided to use it too. None of that is true, but what's it like to live where all the superheroes do stuff, New Yorkers? In 2005, the practical suit was still the best option available, and while Chickless hated it, obviously, it still looks amazing to me. What, you ever see a man made of rocks? Prove this isn't exactly what it would look like. The scraping sound of rock on rock.
Take it easy. No, don't go out there.
Pretty great distraction technique. The guy might be backing up into danger, but at least he's not harming himself. Yes, this is incredible. This is what we're here for. And the mix of practical and digital visual effects still work.
Calm down. You want to be scared? Fine.
Ben's frustration is totally warranted here. Not only did he just save this dude's life twice, but he's still getting used to how he looks himself. Makes sense he's a tad spicy.
Wow, you've been working out.
Shut up!
Now he notices. But sure, Jessica Alba's workout routine.
Excuse me. Coming through.
I don't want to sound like a creep, but I think most of us would recognize a naked person brushing past us. Not saying anything can be done about it, just pointing out that kind of like how your tongue knows exactly how every surface feels, even without licking it. Seriously, think about it. You ever lick the back of your phone? No, but you know what it'd feel like, don't you? Anyway, there's a definite aura around naked people. Or maybe it's just the jiggly and dangly bits. Again, Johnny is gonna get his jabs in later, but his initial reaction is only sympathy for Ben. That Dalmatian covering its face is something else. Sue went from having the superpower no one can admit to wanting, at least according to Freddie Freeman, to having the most potent power on the team. This steep angle shot of the ladder extending and then flipping the guy over, absolute nightmare material. For the record, Reed's powers would freak me out way more than a guy who's just rock. Like, the thing looks scary, but everyone is just being bigoted towards his appearance. Reed is no longer human. Firefighters are awesome. Feels good to see our big guy getting some love. I never really liked Andrea, and as much as I thought I had my reasons, I think it was just leftover trauma from this movie. And you know, not many people know this, but apparently right after, Deb died. Yeah, just died. Full on dead, totally dead. And nobody cared because she sucked, which works out because now she's dead. I really do appreciate that this film addresses some of the realities of having powers. Do I wish it also answered Brody's questions to Stan Lee about the Thing and Reed? Yeah, I do.
Where are your ears?
He's such a jerk, but also valid question.
The Fantastic Four.
Cool.
No appropriate reaction. Imagine getting named after comic book superheroes. A classic dolly zoom that adds a little something extra to the "why would you do that to Norman Osborn, Thaddeus Savannah, or a guy with the last name of Doom" scene unless you wanted to die.
Don't do drugs.
I'm gonna bet that after that they either never did drugs for their entire lives or immediately needed drugs. Stan Lee is always a win.
I'll take the stairs.
Aw, poor guy. But seriously, what do we think is going on downstairs? 5 fingers turned into 4, he's got no ears. I feel like it's a fair question.
Come on.
I the only guy who thinks this is cool?
No, I also do, and thank goodness for Johnny, because everyone else is a wet blanket so far.
Is there a problem?
No. No problem, Ben.
This moment is surprisingly well done. Doom doesn't seem to calm down because Ben is scary, almost like his sympathy and a touch of guilt for Ben snaps back his humanity. Nice subtlety in Julian McMahon's performance. Whoa! Yep.
His internal organs are completely solid.
Genuinely bananas, and I have so many questions, mainly about his external organs. Sorry, I promise that's the last one. It's probably not.
How bad is it? You know, I used to smoke.
Ha! He did. Cigars back in the day.
Can you remember your exact emotions on the bridge?
Anger, rage, frustration.
He really is clueless. A genuine spit take watching this. The timing is perfect. It's almost Muppet-like.
Not only could you kill yourself, but you could set fire to Earth's atmosphere and destroy all human life as we know it.
Got it. Supernova. Bad.
He may be an idiot who doesn't understand anything, but at least he's a fast learner.
I mean, you broke up with me, right?
Are you kidding?
No.
Kinda throws a new light on his doofusness if this is his perception. Also, I'm 99% here for the classic Marvel characters, but a solid 1% here for the drama.
Did you feel anything when I left? Do you feel anything right now?
Just like pure misread of the situation from everyone involved, which is about as real as it gets. I look forward to a Doom movie where it's armor, not metal skin, but I gotta admit this looks cool. You know those filthy metal fingers leave the ink pen stinking.
I think I'll get a second opinion.
See, Marvel baddies have always been quipping.
Our uniforms were exposed to the storm, like us.
Honestly, one of the best explanations for a superhero suit adapting with the wearers.
You guys look like an 80s rock band.
Like, Foreigner, Fantastic Halen, Fantastics, Spandau Stick Ballet, Fleetwood Fantasmac, you probably get the point. Earth, Wind and Four, Foreo Speedwagon, Durander Fantastic? Lol with the puns, people. And chronologically, the next role Marsden would be eyeing would be Lois Lane's fiance. Although Rebecca and James were both in Lies and Alibis the same year as The Last Stand, so there's some information. Also, my first thought was there's no way people would cover this, but if superheroes were real, they'd be the biggest celebrities on Earth, so it totally checks out. Since Johnny is still getting used to his powers, instead of putting it out, he spreads the fire for a second.
The cosmic rays will travel from this generator to this chamber.
What, no pop-ups?
Ha. I always thought Johnny was just being a jerk again, but he's actually mocking Reed, and more importantly, the movie production for this way over the top and pretty unnecessary diagram. Nope. All the powers really are on point for the characters too. Almost like the storm amplified what they already had. Guy who wants more power can literally suck up more power now. Reed tries to do everything all the time, so he stretches himself thin. He's also a people pleaser, twisting himself into knots to accommodate. Sue often feels invisible to Reed, both romantically and professionally. Johnny's a hotshot, hothead thrill seeker who can fly while on fire, and Ben was sturdy and dependable. Now he's a rock.
You could always move back to Latveria. Start fresh.
A little line for the fans who know Latveria as Dr. Doom's homeland, where he's often the king. Super brutal and intense death. Really lets us know Doom isn't playing around. While in general I think Johnny's powers are the second worst, sorry Ben, this is dope. That is a wonderfully terrible vanity plate. It's like he's the worst person ever, and also I want to beat him, it's very confusing. There's something awesome about Johnny having nothing to prove and making the streets safer for everyone at the same time.
Come on, that's old school. Show us something new.
I mean, that's not new.
What about the rest of the team?
That's the invisible girl.
What about your leader?
Such a younger brother move. We rule. And in the 60s, she was the Invisible Girl for a while. But Sue's absolutely called Invisible Woman in the comics now.
Is it true what they say about him that he can expand any part of his anatomy?
Well, I've always found him to be a little limp.
First off, thank you for at least acknowledging what everyone wonders about Mr. Fantastic. And also kudos to Johnny for confidently going for that joke while not caring that the next logical question would be, how do you know that? Way to tear down those barriers, Johnny. The scene is so irritating because why are you doing this fight in public? But then the car rolls up and you realize Sue and Reed probably couldn't have stopped Ben from confronting Johnny if they tried. The crowd's slightly early reaction is so perfectly timed to make it feel real. BK should absolutely sign Johnny to an ad campaign, but I just can't get past Sobe. The only glass bottles I was more obsessed with collecting for some reason were the Snapple Elements. Say it with me, I'm not old, you're old, thank you.
We're all in this together, Ben.
Together? Susie, look at me. You got no idea what I'd give to be invisible.
I know I keep saying it, but this film deals with the hardships of their powers very well. Ben is going through it, and it makes this movie so much more thoughtful than I remembered. Hey, don't fix what ain't broken, right? The old chest zap is pretty efficient. And this early Doom is already planning his attack on Reed. most accurate use of the entering a room record scratch, because he's literally causing it to skip by walking. Just a little casual groping from Kerry Washington. Things are looking up for Ben. Perfect image for the cover of Ben's forthcoming album of ballads entitled God Save the Thing. Gross. I think I'm starting to hate Mr. Fantastic. Although he can just become the Chad meme.
That's not fair.
But it is cute and funny. Second time he's gotten knocked over by a teammate. So a side effect of Reed's power is that he can be a boa constrictor if needed, which is pretty horrific. I always thought Rubber Guy was pretty harmless, but I'm having some new feelings this time through.
It's clobbering time!
It's catchy, right?
Heck yes it is, and this is one of the best ways to justify a goofy catchphrase. And love the accurate head on the toy that we'd have to wait 20 years to see in live action. The toy screamed.
Sue, stop. You're not Mom. Don't talk to me like I'm a little boy, okay?
Maybe I would if you stopped acting like one.
Well, I'm triggered. Older siblings do know where them buttons are.
Oh, and just for the record, they love me!
After seeing Evan's Human Torch in that newer thing, I thought maybe it was a bit over the top, but nope, feels like the same exact guy. Seems bad, Reed. Makes you wonder if Ben would have crumbled like Korg.
Tell me, do you want to be Ben Grimm again?
And give up whatever's going on with the Rock Hog? But actually, it wouldn't even be a question for me. Super strength is cool if you're always fighting bad guys, but Human Ben wouldn't have to do that. Such a classic movie shot. Not sure if he'll become The Fly, Green Goblin, or Captain America.
Vic, it worked!
Amazing horror movie feel to this shot, circling around Ben.
Now I have an unlimited supply.
No thing to stand in your way.
Excellent line and delivery. Even the captions confirmed the uppercase T for thing.
Take a good look, Ben. This is what a man looks like who embraces his destiny.
It's a borderline funny sucker punch because it really is out of nowhere, but also dang, Ben goes far. The almost drippy quality to Reed here is cool and gross.
Mr. Von Doom, are you okay?
Never better, Jimmy.
He's really leaning into the cartoonish mad villainy. Ooh, that's a slick transition. Michael Chiklis' workout routine.
After all, we're both doctors.
Head on straight, mask on crooked. Never really understood that one, but another fun way to assume his comic name.
Don't even think about it.
Never do.
Another amazing line and the timing of the jump. There it is, although it arguably hits a little different after that newer appearance. And even though it didn't work, it's still ingenuity and quick thinking. Stellar action sequence, and it's not much of a stretch to believe that the guy doing those insane motocross stunts and heliboarding might be a natural at flying around while on fire. Or flying around because he's on fire. The physics of it all are a little murky to me.
Call me Doom.
I've always loved that they did this costume right. It's Doom. The mask, the hood, the green. Say what you will about Force kits, this one just looks right. I know the wave comes from her entire body, but that's a force field headbutt.
Susan, fire!
You gotta throw in some villain puns, otherwise why bother? Power without puns is like Doom without gloom.
Marco. Polo.
That's what you get when you try to break the rules of Marco Polo.
It's time to end this.
No, Vic. It's clobbering time.
Feels right. What else can I say? It just feels right. The toy said it and it was cute, so launching a dude across the room with it just works.
Victor ain't that bad, huh? He's just a little larger than life.
Sometimes friendship is saying, I told you so, you ridiculous noodle. I'll never tire of the camera falls over the waterfall with them shots. Just in case Doom's power level wasn't clear.
Sorry, ladies.
Politeness. Love this moment where he realizes he's bulletproof. That would be the icing on the cake if you're already headed down the baddie path.
Ladies, I'm gonna need to borrow your car.
The transmission sticks!
Not gonna be a problem.
This joke is so good. It's a normal cheesy comic book movie line that's a real classic. But adding the transmission sticks? Next level joke writing. She doesn't scream no or my car. She just warns him about the ride quality. Perfect. I don't remember what movie it was in, possibly Star Wars, but I pointed the Wilhelm scream out to Jude, and ever since the kid is like a Wilhelm bloodhound. The first few times he picked it out himself, I was blown away, but he never misses one. Pretty sure that wouldn't kill Ben. The thing is actually way more powerful than most of us realize. He can get hurt, but it doesn't really happen that much in the comics.
You three are pathetic.
You miss me.
Ha! Johnny would be the one to correct any allusion to a terrific 3. It's not transcendant Thregelberg, it's Dantastic Forgelberg. Quality team shot. Whoa, that bolt went right through Johnny but turned him to flame in the hole, so he's fine? So Jude caught that one too, but 2 Wilhelm screams in one film sold. Ooh, that would actually be a pretty nasty hit because of velocity and physics and other things I totally understand. As Gumby-ish as it is, Reed finally getting to show off his powers is so fun. From donut to parachute to ace bandage, I guess?
Johnny! Supernova! I thought we agreed that was bad! Now!
Aw, little guy was paying attention.
You think you can contain it?
And this is how early superheroing went down right here. Everyone had to max out their powers on their first tries.
Flame on, kid.
Now that he's embracing catchphrases, he is finally at peace. The little metal dripping from his fingertips.
Time for your lesson. What happens when you rapidly cool hot metal?
Chemistry lessons. And double teamwork. First the Sibs, then the Buds. Comeuppance, although that is a pretty awful way to go, and knowing he's not actually dead but trapped in there is even worse. But seriously, what's going on with his downstairs mix-up? Is it metal too? Just wait till we get to the Silver Surfer. I have even more of the same questions about him.
Man, I love this job.
Job, huh?
Well, we do have the suits.
Aw, I truly never noticed until this very moment that Ben put his Fantastic Four suit on.
I need names and shots.
Johnny truly is the polar opposite of Cap. You earned the love, Evans.
Custom made, 36 quadruple E.
Ben looking sharp with a custom pair of Nike Cortez, also quadruple E width is wild.
I just need to work on your touch.
Like the sound of that.
So yeah, they get married in the next one, but in the comics they have kids. Biological kids. What? How? Where? Never mind. You all promised me you'd drop it. Good for them. They show us but this quick moment where he's down on one knee but still at eye level.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Also, this probably feels abrupt, but I've always felt like they picked up where they left off, which was moving in together. And he should never propose to like prove a point, but they're soulmates and teammates and business partners, so it's all good. Hugging and love. He's a cocky jerk, but that is pretty cool even if he's like leaving parts of himself in the sky. I'll allow it. Creepy cut to a pre-credits, post-credits scene, and a solid setup for the sequel. I think we all know what this movie is. It's one of the superhero movies where they couldn't decide if they were embarrassed it was a comic book movie or not. They try to ground everything in as much reasonable realism as they can muster, which I think is fine. My biggest takeaway from making this video is how fast everything moves, which is also not a bad thing. 90-ish minute superhero movies are great, so we're not going to spend time with leaving for space or getting back from space. There's a lot to cover, and they get a lot in there while never making it feel rushed. We learn about the heroes, we see them use their powers, and they beat the bad guy. And the bad guy in this one is pretty evil, but he's not exactly supernatural. The sequel, however, brings in some larger-than-life villains. And if you love that, I've got a video all about demons. Nailed that segue. But actually, it's about K-pop demon hunters Coraline, Naja, and Kubo and the Two Strings. And you can watch it right now by signing up with my link and get 40% off an annual plan. But that's not all. I have a bunch more exclusive videos on Nebula, as well as every single one of my other videos, some even extended versions, ad-free, uncensored, and without ad reads. But surprisingly, I'm not the only creator there. Honestly, the best creator on Nebula is no AI slop. Okay, so maybe not a creator so much as a feature that other platforms are severely lacking right now. But Jetlag is in South Korea, which is always a phenomenal time. Amy's Dead End Dreamhouse is out now. It's a brand new kids show for adults from Maggie Mae Fish that is absolutely hilarious. And there's so much more to check out, especially if, again, can't stress this enough, you won't get tricked into watching something that's pretending to be like a real movie trailer, but it's just low-effort AI garbage. So sign up with my link or click the little box over here or in the description and come watch my Demon Kids video. Well, that's not exactly correct, but you get me.
Oh wow, life is hard. I'm just a sad rock guy. I've got so many feelings. It's sobbing time.